Hello.
Good morning, everyone. This is Judge Kassan. Thank you for joining us this morning. This is the 8:45 docket on September 9th, 2021 for the City of Olmos Park Municipal Court. Again, thank you for joining. Just so everyone's aware, we are currently live streaming on YouTube, and that's in order to comply with the open courts provision of the Constitution. Also on the call with us today is Mr. Dixon. He is the prosecutor. We also have some court staff on the call as well. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and call the docket, and then we'll give some further instructions from there. If I call your name, please either unmute and let me know that you're present, or if you have video, you can wave to me. Okay. Let's see, I have Tanner Adams. Thank you. Khaled Alcala. Khaled Ocala. Victor Arguello. Victor Arguello. Rose Marissa Boss. Rose Marissa Boss. Stephanie Cook. Stephanie Cook. Christopher De Leon. Christopher De Leon. Samantha Enriquez. Samantha Enriquez. Timothy Gomez. Thank you. Diana Guerrero. Thank you. Leslie Gutierrez Castillo. Thank you. Robert Holstein. Robert Holstein. Stephen Macias. Thank you. Hector Maravilla Pineda. Hector Maravilla Pineda. Karen McGill. Thank you. Jorge Nava. Jorge Nava. Seth Newberger. I see you there, sir. Thank you. Diego Ramirez. Thank you. Jacob Ramirez. Jacob Ramirez. Yaeli Rivera. Yaeli Rivera. Baltasar Rodriguez. Baltasar Rodriguez. Peter Suska. Thank you. Hannah Trevino. Hannah Trevino. Jasmine Villegas. Jasmine Villegas. Okay.
I'm here.
Thank you. Okay. All right, Mr. Newberger, I'm going to have you visit with the prosecutor in a breakout room, okay? Okay. All right. For everyone else, just some further instructions before we get into individual cases, okay? First and foremost, this is a first appearance docket and arraignment docket. It is not a pretrial docket or any kind of trial setting docket, just a first appearance. So when I call your name, the first thing I'm going to ask is how you plead on your case or cases. You can plead guilty, not guilty, or no contest. If you plead guilty, you're admitting guilt and you're asking the court to assess the punishment in the case, okay? If you plead no contest, you're not admitting guilt. However, you're choosing not to contest the charges and you just want to resolve them today, okay? Again, that's a plea of no contest. A plea of not guilty means you are contesting the charges, okay? You're pleading not guilty and you're wanting to have a trial on the matter, okay? If you plead not guilty, you do have a constitutional right to a jury trial. That means the case would be heard and decided by 6 citizens of Olmos Park. You can waive the jury trial and instead have a bench trial or a non-jury trial. That means the case would be heard by me or another judge in Olmos Park, okay? Again, that trial will not take place today. It will be scheduled for a later date and time. However, today you will have the opportunity to visit with Mr. Dixon, the prosecutor, to discuss any facts that you think are in question and then move forward from there. Okay? Again, that's a plea of not guilty. Otherwise, your options are guilty or no contest. All right? If you're here for traffic violations, moving violations, and you'd like to keep those off your driving record, there are some options that might be available to you. The first of which is the driving safety course. If you have not taken that in the last 12 months, you may be eligible. However, you must have a valid Texas driver's license and insurance in your name. You would have 90 days to complete the course. Upon completion, the case is closed out and does not appear as a conviction on your driving record. All right. The next option that might be available to you is deferred disposition. It's sometimes informally called probation. It's an unsupervised probationary period anywhere from 1 day to 180 days, depending on the violation charged. There is a special expense fee that's associated with the case, and that will vary from case to case, okay? During the probationary time, you may be asked to complete some additional requirements, maybe a course, some community service hours, obtain a driver's license, maintain insurance, etc. It will just vary depending on the case that's charged against you, okay? However, upon successful completion, the case is closed out and does not appear as a conviction on your driving record. If you are a commercial driver's license holder, you are not eligible for the driving safety course or the deferred disposition option. If you are under 25 years of age, you must take the driving safety course. All right. If you are here on equipment violation, maybe a broken tail light, an expired registration, etc., you may be eligible for a compliance dismissal. Okay, that means you would be required to present some proof that it was corrected, and then there may be a compliance dismissal fee associated with your case. If you are here requesting community service hours, an extension, a payment plan, anything of that nature, I'll be happy to address that individually with you in a few minutes. If you are here with multiple cases, I will likely send you to visit with the prosecutor, Mr. Dixon, in a breakout room to discuss those violations in hopes that you can reach a plea bargain with him. Okay. If you have any questions specific about your case, any facts you think are at issue, those questions will be directed to the prosecutor as well. All right. Otherwise, we'll get started with the docket. We'll go down in order, and then I ask that you just remain on mute until it's your turn. Okay. Thank you for your patience as we work through the docket. All right. First up, I have Tanner Adams. Morning, Tanner. How are you?
Good.
Good. And are you mom or guardian?
Mom.
Okay. Good morning to you both. Thank you for joining. Are you on your way to school or in the parking lot or something?
We're in the school parking lot.
All right. Very good. Again, thanks for joining. Tanner, how old are you?
I'm 17.
Okay. 16 at the time you were stopped. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. That was in July. When was your birthday?
July 28th.
Okay. So right before, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Is this your first traffic ticket?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. You're charged with speeding 35 in a 25-mile-per-hour zone. How do you plead?
Guilty.
Okay. All right. All right. Well, just tell me quickly what happened. I'm sure your mom has already given you a speech about speeding, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Just
Oh,
go ahead.
wait, do you want me to tell you what happened? Or like,
Yeah, sure. Tell me why you were speeding 35 in a 25.
I was trying to get around a truck because there's another car coming, and I was trying to get to the stop sign so he can move around me because it was a narrow street in the neighborhood, and I didn't see the cop on the other side of me, so I.
Okay. All right. Okay. And are you familiar with that area?
A little bit. It's in Alma Heights, and it's a pretty big area.
Okay. All right. Well, just so you're aware, I mean, Alamo Heights, Olmos Park, they have that 25-mile-per-hour zone because it's residential. So it's that way for a reason. You know, there's pedestrians, people jogging, people, you know, walking their pets, you know, having their kids in strollers, etc. So they keep it 25 for a reason. So just be cautious as you're driving, especially in those residential areas. You're a young driver. All right. How long have you been driving now?
A year.
A year.
A year. Okay. All right. So I'm going to have you do the driving safety course just as a refresher. All right. That will give you just a refresher on the rules of the road and have you, if you successfully complete that, then we can close out this case and it won't be a conviction, okay?
All right, thank you.
All right. Now, there are court fees at $144. Is that something you can pay in about a week's time?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so you can drop that off by the court, and then they will give you some paperwork giving you the further instructions and then the due date for that class, okay?
All right, thank you.
All right, Mom, any questions about that?
So we just need to take the payment to the court and then we'll get further instruction.
Right, they'll give you some paperwork and detailing the due date for the course, and then he will also have to request his driving record and turn that in with his certificate. Okay, so as soon as he's completed the course, turn that in with those 2 documents, and then the case is closed out, so it doesn't appear as a conviction.
Perfect. Okay,
All
thank
right.
you.
All right, Tanner, good luck with school today, and be safe on the road. All right.
Thank you.
Are we dismissed to leave the Zoom?
Yes, you're free to go. Have a good day. Thank you again for joining. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, next up I have Timothy Gomez.
Yes.
Hi there. Good morning, Mr. Gomez.
Good morning.
Let's see here. You have an expired operator's license. How do you plead?
Guilty.
Okay. And then you have failure to yield at yield intersection. How do you plead?
No contest on that.
Okay. What is the status of your driver's license currently?
Right now, I did have a previous citation that I did have to pay off before I could make a new appointment or set an appointment for a driving test. I was able to pay that. It did take me a little while to be able to get that money. It was a total of $427.
Okay.
So I did just recently pay that, I believe, last week or the week prior. After that, I was able to get an appointment. The soonest available driving appointment was October 6th.
Okay.
But you have that. Yeah.
All right. So you're scheduled October 6th to get that driver's license renewed?
Yes, I am.
Okay. All right. Do you know if you have to retest, or is it just a?
I do have to retest.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right, October 6th. All right, so next month. And then the failure to yield at yield intersection. Would you like to try to keep that off your driving record?
Yes, I would.
Okay, so a couple of things. We do need you to get your driver's license reinstated. And then I can also place you on a deferral for both of those. Let's see. Failure to yield at yield intersection. That would be $255 for that deferral fee. Okay. All right. And then the expired operator's license, $150, but with the condition that you get your driver's license. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So it would be a total of $405. Okay. Can you make any kind of payment towards that today?
Yes. Not much, but I could.
Okay. How about within a week's time? Could you say make a $50 payment?
Oh, yes, definitely.
Okay. All right. So
$50,
within a
I'm sorry, I could do the 50 today.
Well, if you could,
where would I? I'm sorry, go ahead.
You could go tomorrow to the court since the staff is in court all day with me. If you could stop by tomorrow or anytime within the next week, by next Friday, a week from tomorrow, to make that payment of a $50 initial payment, and then they'll get you started on a deferral, and you can make payments each month for the next 3 months to get that paid off.
Okay.
Okay, you'll be on a deferral for 90 days. So during that 90 days, you have to get your driver's license and also do not receive any other moving violations. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So $50 due by next week, by next Friday. And that is the 17th. And then you'll have the balance that you'll owe, and they'll put you on a payment plan over the monthly payment plan over the next 90 days.
Okay.
Okay. And just remember, as soon as you get your driver's license, we will need a copy of that as well.
Okay.
All right. Any questions?
No, ma'am.
All right, make sure you stop by within the week to make that payment, and then you're free to go. All
Okay, thank you.
right, have a good day.
You too. Bye.
Thank you. Let's see here.
Judge, I'm back on Newberger.
Okay,
So just to, and Mr. Newberger, I know you're listening, so please listen also. Judge, he is still getting therapy at home from some medical problems. This is a swimming pool case. I checked Dropbox and pictures that Rick sent me yesterday. I don't see any swimming pool pictures, but he is working on that. He has weeds cases that are, he's already pled no contest, reset for sentencing till November to monitoring compliance. It looks like the pictures Rick sent me yesterday pertain to that, and so that's all in good shape.
okay,
But under the circumstances, what I want to do is reset this swimming pool one till November to monitor compliance, set with the other ones that are currently pending. And then that'll also give me time to find out what's going on with Rick and so forth.
okay, very good. I'll go ahead and
Yeah.
approve that reset, and we can try to address all cases together in the November docket, okay?
Yes, thank you, Judge.
All right,
So
you're welcome. Mr. Newberger, is that satisfactory to you? You're on mute, sir.
Yes, it is. Thank you very much for your time and effort and work. Appreciate it.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Newberger. We will see you back in November.
My pleasure.
All right, feel better now. Take care. Thank you. You're free to go.
Bye.
Bye-bye. All right. Mr. Seska, did you want to speak with the prosecutor?
That would be fine, Your Honor.
All right,
Thank
very
you.
good. Okay, Mr. Dixon, will you visit with Mr. Seska, please? Thank you.
yes, Judge, thank you.
All right, next up I have Diana Guerrero.
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning, Ms. Guerrero. How are you?
Fine, and yourself?
I'm doing well, thank you. Let's see here. You have a city ordinance violation, prohibition of weeds, brush, or rubbish. How do you plead on that case?
Not guilty.
Okay. I will have you visit with the prosecutor here in a few minutes once he's done with the other individual.
Okay.
Okay, just hang on and we'll send you to a breakout room in a few.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, let's see. Next up, Leslie Gutierrez Castillo. Yes, good morning. If you could unmute for me. There we go. Okay, can you hear me?
Hi.
Okay, very good. Okay, let's see here. You have two charges, speeding, 35 and a 25. How do you plead?
Yes. Hi, speak Spanish?
Okay, sí, le puedo explicar en español. Tiene un tiquete por alta velocidad, 35 en un 25. ¿Eres culpable o no culpable?
Sí.
Okay. Y luego otro tiquete por no tener licencia. ¿Eres culpable o no culpable?
No tengo licencia de Texas, tengo licencia mexicana y no sé si eso es válido.
Ok. ¿Cuánto tiempo tiene aquí en los Estados Unidos?
Tengo 4 meses
Ok.
aproximadamente.
Ok. ¿Y la licencia de México todavía está válida o está vencida?
No, todavía es válida.
Ok.
Vence el 2026.
Ok. Ok. ¿Y puede tratar de sacar licencia aquí en Texas o no?
No, aún no.
Ok. Si puede mandar copia a la corte, voy a aceptar la licencia. Si está válida, la voy a aceptar, ¿ok? Pero
Ok.
necesita mandar copia o pasar ahí por la oficina y dejar una copia ahí, ¿ok?
Ok.
Ok. Y luego el otro tiquete por alta velocidad, ¿qué quería hacer con ese?
No, pues sí, soy culpable.
Ok. ¿Y ese lo puede pagar hoy?
No, hoy
Ok.
no.
Ok. La multa es 215. Ok.
Ok.
¿Y lo puede pagar en 30 días?
Sí.
Ok. Ok. ¿Ya había mandado copia a la corte de la licencia?
No.
Ok. Espera un momento. Ok. ¿En 30 días puede pagar la multa de 215?
Sí.
Ok. Bueno, le vamos a dar 30 días para pagar. Puede llamar y pagar por teléfono o puede pasar ahí a la oficina a pagar la multa, ¿ok?
Ok.
Y luego ya ya tengo aquí la copia de la licencia, ¿ok? Así que no
Ok.
va a tener que pagar eso, ¿ok?
Ok.
Ok. Ok. ¿Alguna pregunta?
No, sería todo.
Ok, ya se puede ir. Gracias.
Ok, muchas gracias.
Que pase buen día.
Igualmente.
Gracias. Mr. Dixon?
Judge, on Mr. Suska, it's a compliance dismissal, $20. He can pay it today or tomorrow, whatever is convenient for the clerks.
Okay.
And he has the paperwork in hand, and he says he's about 40 yards from City Hall. So
All right. All right. You can stop by tomorrow and make that payment and we'll close it out then, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, fantastic. Have a good day.
Thank you, Mr. Dixon.
yeah, you have a good day, sir. You're welcome.
All right. Frank, you have Diana Guerrero.
Okay, Judge, I'll go visit with her. Thank you.
Thank you. Next up, I have Stephen Macias.
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm doing good, ma'am. How you doing?
I'm doing well, thanks. Let's see here. You have a charge for ran red light. How do you plead?
There's not a red light on East Olmos Street, so it was a stop sign.
Okay. All right. So, all right. I'm going to have you plead not guilty there, and we can sort that out with the prosecutor here in a few minutes. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
All right. Hang on a few minutes. He'll be with you as soon as he's done with Miss speaking with Miss Guerrero. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All right. Hang on. Thank you. Karen McGill. Hi there. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
Doing well. How are you?
I'm doing well, thanks. Let's see here. You have failure to stop at designated point or stop sign. How do you plead?
No contest.
Okay. And how did you want to take care of it? Did you want to try to do the defensive driving class, the deferral?
Yes, I'd like to do defensive driving.
Okay.
I'd like to
So-
kind of explain the scenario as well, because it is a dangerous intersection. It's a one-way stop, or it's a T intersection.
Okay.
It's the road that goes under 281 when you're leaving the Olmos Basin Park.
Okay.
There's a stop sign right there as you're entering Olmos Park. And so I did stop, but I stopped just past the stop sign because there's always like large amounts of shrubs there and overgrown weeds, and you can never see from the stop sign. So I'd kind of just like that to be taken care of eventually. So you
Okay.
can see.
All right. What I could recommend is maybe submit an email or some sort of notification or to the city hall, so they can have maybe Public Works take a look out there and see if there's something they can address in that area.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
since they're the ones responsible for with the brush and everything. Okay,
Right.
but we'll try to pass that along as well. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So the driving safety course is $144 for court fees. Okay. And then you would have 90 days to complete the course, and the cost of the course is separate. That's a separate fee that you pay, but it's any course that's approved in Texas of your choice. Okay.
Okay.
and you would have the 90 days to take it, and you can complete that online.
Okay, great.
All right, so the 144, can you pay that by next Friday?
Yes.
Okay, all right, so that'll be due by next Friday, the 17th. And you can stop by the court and drop off that payment, okay? And then they'll give you some additional paperwork and instructions.
Okay.
All right, upon completion, the case is closed out and doesn't appear on your driving record.
Okay.
All right, any other questions?
No, that's it.
All right, you're free to go. Just make sure you stop by the court to make that payment. All right, thank you. Have a good day. Bye-bye. Next up, Diego Ramirez.
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning. How are you doing?
Good, good.
Let's see
Sorry,
here.
I was
You
in
have
class.
what's that?
I was in class. Sorry, I just didn't answer right away.
Oh, that's okay. So you have a speeding charge 40 in a 30 mile per hour. How do you plead?
I not guilty.
Okay. All right. And then the wrong, fictitious, altered, or obscured license plate.
Oh,
How
not
do you plead
guilty.
on that one? Not guilty. All right. All right. Hang on a few minutes and the prosecutor will be with you shortly. Okay. All right.
Thank you.
All right. Hang on. He'll talk to you in a breakout room. Okay. Next up, Jasmine Villegas.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi there. How are you?
I'm good, and yourself?
I'm doing well, thank you. Let's see here. You have a speeding charge 48 in a 30 mile per hour. How do you plead?
No contest.
Okay. And how did you want to take care of it?
I was trying to see if I could do the defensive driving or the deferred.
Okay. So the driving safety course, have you taken that in the last 12 months?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So the court fees are $144. Do you have a valid Texas driver's license and insurance?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So $144 for the court fees, then you would have 90 days to complete the course. Upon completion, we just need the certificate and a copy of your driving record, and then we close out the case. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Is that something you can take care of the payment in the next week?
In the next 2 weeks, I don't get paid till a week from now, or 2 weeks from now, because I just started my job.
Okay. So can you pay by the 24th?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So $144 due by September 24th, and then the 90 days will begin at that time. Okay.
Okay.
You can take the course, any course of your choosing, as long as it's a Texas approved driving safety course, and you can take that online or in person. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Do not take the course until you've paid the court fees first. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So I'm giving you until the 24th of this month to make sure you pay the court fees. And then after that, you will have the 90 days to complete the course. Okay.
Okay.
Any questions?
No, that's it. Thank you so much.
All right. You're free to go. Thank you. Okay. Next up, I have Khalid Alcala. You're on mute, sir. If you could unmute, please, on the screen.
You hear me now?
Yes, thank you. How are you today?
I'm good. What about you, ma'am?
I'm doing great. Thank you.
Good,
You
good.
have a speeding charge, 40 in a 30 mile per hour. How do you plead?
In fact, after I got that ticket, I went to my mechanic,
Okay,
and
well,
he found out that my reading on the
Okay.
cluster is not correct.
all right, I'm gonna have you down for not guilty on that one, okay?
Okay.
What about defective, no license plate light? How do you plead on that one?
I did fix the
Fix
bulbs.
that? Okay.
Yes.
Did you
And
get,
I-
do you have a receipt for that?
I did send you by email this receipt long
And
time
then-
ago.
Okay, and then you have another one, failure to drive in a single lane. How do you plead on that one?
Not guilty.
Okay. All right, sir, if you'll give me a few minutes, you're going to speak with the prosecutor, Mr. Dixon, in a few, okay?
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, thank you. Just hang on. Mr. Dixon?
Judge, on Diana Guerrero, I have an agreement on her. She's
Okay.
going to plead no contest,
Okay,
and it's going to be reset 90 days for 90 days for sentencing and also to monitor compliance.
okay,
And she advises me that she has cleaned up the property, not that it was messy, but that she's taken steps.
okay,
And so I need to look at that. And what I've told her is that if she's remains in compliance, that in 90 days, I would put her on deferred and reduce the fine $100.
okay. Ms. Guerrero, is that satisfactory to you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, very good. I'm going to go ahead and approve that reset, and then we'll schedule it for a 90-day sentencing and compliance hearing, okay?
Okay,
All right, you're free to go.
thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Mr. Dixon, you have Mr. Macias next, and then Mr. Ramirez and Mr. Alcala.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Let's see.
All right, Judge, I've got an agreement on Mr. Macias.
Okay,
He's going to plead no contest, 30 days deferred, and $154 fine, and he will pay that by Monday at the latest.
okay. Mr. Macias, are you in agreement with that? You're on mute, sir.
Yes, ma'am, I am.
Okay, very good. I'll go ahead and approve that, and your payment will be due on Monday, okay?
Okay, thank you so much. Y'all have a
Alright.
great day.
You do the same. Thanks again. Bye-bye now.
Bye.
You have Mr. Ramirez next.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Judge, on Mr. Ramirez, I have a plea agreement.
Okay,
He's going to plead no contest on the license plate charge. 180 days deferred disposition,
okay,
$195 fine. He's going to need a payment plan, and with $40 down by 1 week from tomorrow. And I did, in speaking with him, he sounded like he wanted the payment plan to be stretched out. And then I'll dismiss the speeding case if he does everything he's supposed to do.
okay. All right, Mr. Ramirez?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you had an opportunity to visit with Mr. Dixon, the prosecutor, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, he offered a plea bargain. Are you in agreement with that plea bargain?
Yes, ma'am, I agree.
Okay, so $40 as an initial payment will be due by next Friday, the 17th. Okay, and
Yes,
then
ma'am.
you can make monthly payments over the next 6 months to pay that balance off. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, upon successful completion of the 180-day deferral and payment in full of the 195, the other case will be dismissed. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right, any questions?
No, ma'am.
All right, good luck with class and make sure you make that payment by next Friday. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right,
Thank you.
have a good day. Stay safe.
You too.
Thanks. Bye-bye. Mr. Dixon, you have Mr. Alcala, and there's also a receipt in the Dropbox for the license plate light.
This is like 1:30 in Sandy Oaks.
Something like that.
Okay. All right.
Thank you. Valerie, I'm going to call the docket again. Okay, this is the 8:45 docket, September 9, 2021, City of Olmos Park Municipal Court. Victor Adegayo. Victor Adegayo. Rose Marissa Boss. Rose Marissa Boss. Stephanie Cook. Stephanie Cook. Christopher De Leon. Christopher De Leon. Samantha Enriquez. Samantha Enriquez. Robert Holstein. Robert Holstein. Hector Maravilla Pineda. Hector Maravilla Pineda. Jorge Nava. Jorge Nava. Jacob Ramirez. Jacob Ramirez. Yaeli Rivera. Yaeli Rivera. Baltasar Rodriguez. Baltasar Rodriguez. And Hannah Treviño. Hannah Treviño.